anytime soon.
What's up, guys? Link back with ADS Gaming, coming at you live from Fellwinter's Peak. We're gonna hop over here and take a look at what I can only use to describe this gear that Efrideet has. Holy shit, the god rolls. That's all I can say. Because seriously, that's exactly what it is. So here's Efrideet over here on the outside, on the outskirts of the Iron Temple. As you can see, I've been playing a little bit. I'm up to almost rank 4, in which case I'll be able to get another roll for my Silver Dread. I'll get into the weapons that have actually dropped for me in the Iron Banner here and just go ahead and take a look at what she's selling. So to start off, now this is going to be for the Warlocks. I might do a video for the Titans and the Hunters, I'm not entirely sure. But for Warlocks, we've got the Iron Saga Steps, which have Arc Double Down, Capture King. Now Arc Double Down, increased agility for 5 seconds after an Arc Double Kill. So for rifle users or anything that uses arc damage, that's gonna be for you. You've got Capture King. After capturing control zones in Crucible matches, weapon and movement speeds are greatly increased. That's going to help you especially in the Iron Banner because it's control. So you're going to be able, once you capture one point, you're going to be able to move a lot quicker and get to another point. Then you've got rocket launcher ammo, fusion rifle ammo. Seen a lot of fusion rifles, so that's definitely a good one. Intellect and discipline on that roll. So next, we have another set of Iron Saga Steps. From right to left, we've got Void Double Down. Same thing, increased agility for 5 seconds after a Void Double Kill this time. Capture King, Machine Gun Ammo. These are the ones I'm going to be going after because of that new Iron Banner machine gun. New to me, I didn't get it in the last Iron Banner. And then Shotgun Ammo. So you guys will see the shotgun that dropped for me in the last Iron Banner, and this might be the setup that I go with, but then you got increased discipline and strength. So moving on, we have the Iron Saga Vestments. This is the chest piece. You've got Arc Recovery, increased recovery for 5 seconds after taking Arc Splash damage. So if somebody's using a rocket launcher or something like that that deals splash damage, you're going to have increased recovery. Then Arc Armor as another option. This would be the one that I would go with just because of the massive amount of fusion rifles that I've seen. Increased armor when using an arc-based subclass. So, like with me, I'm running my Warlock, I'm running my Storm Caller. So this would be one that I would go with. And then personal favorite, Sniper Rifle Ammo. I'm using the Devil's Dawn, so that's the one I would go with. And then Scout Rifle Ammo. I'm using the Iron Banner Scout Rifle, and I'll show you that as well. Then increased intellect and increased discipline. So all of these are really geared towards more ammo and taking less damage. Now, with this one, we're on the other side. We've got, this is the Iron Saga Vestments. We've got increased strength and increased discipline. Then you've got Pulse Rifle Ammo for you Clever Dragon, however the hell you want to pronounce it, users out there. And then Shotgun Ammo for you Shotgun runners. Then we've got Solar Armor, increased armor when using a solar-based sub. So for you Warlocks, you self-res Warlocks, that's going to be for you. And then Solar Recovery, increased recovery for 5 seconds after taking solar splash damage. So if someone's using a Devil's Dawn and it's got Firefly and they hit you with that, or they hit someone near you with that and you take that solar splash damage, it's going to give you the increased recovery. Or a rocket launcher like Gallahorn, like that. Next, we're getting into the good stuff now, guys. We're getting into the weapons. So once you hit Iron Banner rank 4 and you pay 50 legendary marks, you can get the Silver Dread with Arc. And just look at that rate of fire. Paired up with the impact. I've been using mine, and it is hands down my favorite machine gun in the game right now. Range and stability aren't a whole lot to be meh. oh wow, range, stability, whatever. But with the additional perks on this gun is what make it really, really effective. So you start out with aggressive ballistics, switch down to accurized ballistics for a little less impact, but more range and stability. You can, let me see if I can get that out of the way. Nope, you can barely see it up above it. And then linear compensation for a little bit more for those. They look like they stay the same. I think it's like a 1% difference. So linear compensation or accurized ballistics, whichever one. Then you've got braced frame, so it jumps your stability up way far. Really high stability on that one. And then you've got hand laid stock, which is going to decrease your range but increase your stability. Next up, we've got speed reload. So it's going to increase your reload speed. But then you have extended mag. So one of the issues I have is the magazine that comes standard with this, the 39 round magazine, doesn't have enough ammo in it for the amount of ammo that you actually get out of the heavy drops. So this is the one that I'm going after, is that extended mag. I don't really care too much about the speed reload. The reload speed on this gun is pretty quick. I can definitely say that. Compared to other machine guns and other heavy weapons, the reload speed on this is very quick. Next, we have counterbalance. So, increased stability right there. I mean, with the braced frame and counterbalance, this thing's not at all. And then you've got Army of One. Quick unassisted kills with this weapon, reduce grenade and melee cooldown. This is the one I want right here. This gun right here. Well, sort of. The one I really want is over here. Once you hit rank 5 and you pay an additional 50 legendary marks for this one, you ever dragon. Now, this is your Grasp of Malak archetype pulse rifle. And let's take a look at the rolls for this. Kinetic damage, as always, and then you've got the red dot sight, Iron Warrior sights, and the ranged scope, so whichever one you prefer. I've been using the red dot sight on my scout rifle, probably going to be the same one I use on the pulse rifle as well. Perfect balance, so extremely low recoil. Increases the stability even more than it already is. And you can see where that stability sits already. It's up there. Then if you don't want that, you can use braced frame. It's going to decrease your mag size, but it's going to increase the stability more. Then coming over here, you've got snapshot for quicker aiming. And then you've got casket mag. So it decreases your stability, but it increases your mag size. Personally, I'm probably going to be going with snapshot and perfect balance just because it's not going to affect my magazine size. If I were to use these two, the casket mag and the braced frame, it would just kind of balance itself back out. So then you have counterbalance, which gives you even more stability. Then after that you have life support. So kills with this weapon, while critically wounded, have a chance to start regenerating health. This is the epitome of a gun weapon right here, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Now guys, I know I told you I was going to show it to you, so coming into my Warlock, I picked up the Ram from Xur. Never got it last year, don't know why, just never did. So I picked it up specifically for the Crucible because it does give you the increased armor. But coming over here to the weapons, that's why you guys are really here. I was able to drop an unbent tree. Not a big fan of bullet hoses. It's got the 1 impact and the 99 on the rate of fire, or 100 on the rate of fire. I'm not really sure which, but I'm not a big fan of it. Just, it's a bullet hose. And if you guys watch my gameplay, you'll know I'm not an auto rifle fan. If I do choose an auto rifle, it's going to be my Soros regime, because it's got more impact and less rate of fire. So I'm more of the pulse rifle or scout rifle kind of guy. Now my Distant Star, which dropped for me in the last Iron Banner, like I said, I'm using the red dot sight, and it dropped with small bore, so increased range, less magazine size, less stability, slower reload. Not a big fan of that, so I ended up going with injection mold for increased stability, faster handling, and reduced range. Not really worried about the range because this thing, you can drive tacks with it, period. That's all there is to it. Then the next one, snapshot. Aiming with this weapon is incredibly fast. If that was in another slot, I probably would have went with it, but it gave me explosive rounds. And this wasn't a vendor roll, this was one that dropped for me. So I use this thing in everything I do. In every PvP, every PvE, especially when you've got that solar burn damage. Because these explosive rounds, they might not do a whole lot, but as far as year 3 weapons go, except for the Xylo Supercell, this is the only one that does any kind, unless you have another weapon, of course, that has explosive rounds. But explosive rounds is the closest thing you're going to get to any kind of elemental damage in year 3. So I love this scout rifle. Then I've got rangefinder or crowd control. I prefer crowd control. Grant you bonus damage for a short time, yeah. In PvP, if you take out one guardian, you're going to take out the next guardian even quicker. You take out that one, it's just going to sit there and reset. In PvE, you take out, especially with explosive rounds, if you take out a thrall or an acolyte or something, it's just going to stack. So that's my role for my distant star. I absolutely love this scout rifle, especially the archetype. It's that Mida multi-tool archetype, and it is absolutely vicious. Next up, we've got my Devil's Dawn. You guys know about the Devil's Dawn, I'm not going to get into it, but what I wanted to show you was my Proud Spire. So, linear compensation, accurized ballistic, field choke. Then I've got small bore for increased range and stability, slower reload, slower magazine or reduced magazine size, or injection mold for reduced range but more stability and faster reload speeds. Snapshot, aiming this weapon is incredibly fast. Casket mag, so gives you increased magazine size. So if I ran this one, the small bore, and this here, it would probably balance itself back out, but it reduces my stability. And you're going to figure out why I need the stability here in just a second. I have the option for life support, kills with this weapon while critically wounded, blah blah blah, all that. But what I love about this weapon, especially in PvP, is that it dropped with full auto. That's why I need the stability, because this thing, you fire one and it's flying all over the place. If you've got somebody with blink, it's perfect, because you fire 3 shots and you're up their ass with it. But as far as a shotgun goes, this is probably one of the best rolls that I could have gotten. Now to take a look at my Silver Dread. Now I also got this Titanium Orchid down here. I'm not a big fan of it, just because in year 3 I'm not a big rocket launcher fan. And I honestly haven't taken a look at this one, so let's take a look. It does arc damage, aggressive ballistics, smart drift control for increased stability, and then hard launch for more velocity and blast radius. And then we've got heavy payload for even bigger blast radius, fitted stock for more stability, quick draw, so switching to this weapon is unbelievably fast. Then we have speed reload for that faster reload speed, tracking, it's always a good thing, and then looks like spray and play, so when you are out of ammo, it reloads incredibly fast. But let's take a look at my Silver Dread. It came as solar damage, aggressive ballistics, accurized ballistics, linear compensation. I was able to get the perfect balance and reinforced barrel, whichever one I want to choose. I'm going with perfect balance because it's vicious with the stability. Quick draw, so it can be drawn quick. Increased ammo capacity. I think that's increased carried ammo capacity. I think that's once I unlock it, is Field Scout. Then spray and play, so again, incredibly fast, and then life support. Again, this weapon is hands down one of my favorites, but I am going for these two right here. And while we're at it, let's go ahead. Which one was I going to get? No, I think I'm going to leave those where they are. They are God rolled, but I got a completely different set of Iron Lord armor. I ended up with Iron Regalia vestments, whatever the hell that is. This one ended up with Solar Recovery and armor, Sniper Rifle ammo, and Scout Rifle ammo, so it's exactly what I wanted in the Iron Saga vestments, and increased discipline and strength. So it's exactly what I wanted. I didn't even realize it because I haven't looked at it yet. But guys, that does it. I'm sorry that this took so long for me to get the video out. I work a full-time job, and I've been trying to play the Iron Banner as much as possible so that I can get that Clever Dragon Pulse Rifle. I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to go back in there, see if I can't get that Pulse Rifle. And guys, if you like the video, as always, like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. And I'll see y'all on the battlefield.